The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Hello YouTube, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing great. Well, we got some serious stuff going on today, ain't we? Let's see. We got the Russian media that blew up, and there's reports another one blowing up over Cuba. We don't know for sure if it's real or if it ain't real. As you know, to prove it, really ain't no media or no videos come out on it as of yet. So I can't actually guarantee it to be true. Although it's getting plastered everywhere, still no videos. But we did have a fracking station blow up today, where they were doing fracking. That's over on Dutch's Facebook page. You can go check it out. And then on the E&E News, and you're going to get to hear the report here shortly. I'm going to have the robot read it to you. You're going to hear about the fracking, the oil well in the Gulf of Mexico, where it evacuated 15 people because of natural gas leak. Evidently, they run into a gas pocket at 8,000 and some odd feet in the ground, and it started leaking and they had to evacuate, which is not good. We already had enough problems in the Gulf, haven't we? And just also want to report this. It's been quite a few days because of all the rain that Louisiana's been getting. We didn't get another flyover as of yet. Now, we may still get one today before it's over. We haven't gotten one yet. Now, to top all of that off, now just before all of this super high speed, let's get her done stuff about the meteor falling, guess what the day was? Does anybody have a clue? Probably not. But I'm going to tell you, sure am. Today was the closed door hearings on Obama's birth certificate. Ain't that just sweet? Ain't that just grand? All this other stuff going on, and nobody has time to report the big news. The big news. But nobody cares, right? Nobody really cares. They too busy chasing the steamrollers up and down, up and down. We're going to fly this way and we're going to fly that way. Here's a rabbit hole. And they're off. Here we go. Another rabbit hole. I'm not being critical to nobody. I really ain't. No one at all. And the reason why is because, Obama signed an executive order the other day. 2 days ago, to be exact. Maybe 3 now. He signed an executive order stating that he's got control over the internet. Well, there you go. He's got control over the internet, so now, here we go. We was already getting propaganda on the internet. But today, I'm telling you what, I ain't seen so many trolls in all my life. I'm talking about straw men, puppet men, all them paid trolls to run up and down and bad comments, and crazy comments, and off the wall comments. Just anything to make a comment, whether it mean anything or not. It doesn't really mean anything. You check out their channel, they ain't got no subscribers. They ain't got no videos. And hell, they've only been on the channel a couple of days if they even post that. You can hide that these days too. Hide just about everything. So now we've figured out how they are and what they are. but they still out there doing it. But yet you can't get to the real truth of nothing that's going on in this world. Why is that? Nobody knows, right? Do they not know? Or is it just because nobody wants to know? No one wants to really follow the rabbit hole deep enough on the right subject. When the rabbit hole gets too deep, they get scared and turn around and go follow another one. We gotta stop doing that, folks. Gotta stop doing that. And I ain't being critical of nobody, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I really ain't. And I ain't talking to no individual. I'm just stating facts. We got so many rabbit holes. We do. I mean, we're worried about Sandy Hook. We're worried about the Batman shooting. We're worried about the executive orders that Obama signs. We're worried about gun control because of Sandy Hook. All those rabbit holes are still there. They're all floating. All of it's propaganda. All of it's propaganda. It's to confuse you, to keep you from knowing the truth. Because, see, none of it really matters. What they've done doesn't really count. Never has. We just allow it to count. And we always have that too. Because it don't bother us. No, it don't bother us. As long as it don't affect us, we're all right with the big city. The big city's okay as long as we do what we want to do. We got enough money to put food on the table, have a little money to scratch a couple of beers down our throat, or smoke a little weed, or whatever the case might be, whatever your little game or trick is. I'm not going off on anybody that does anything that they want to do. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying having enough money to do whatever it is that pleases you. Pretty much. Whatever pleases you. Doesn't matter what it is, just whatever pleases you. Hell, you might be one of them sexual people that love sex. I don't know. Maybe that's all you want to do is have enough money to go buy you a piece of whatever. Who knows? I don't care. That's your business. It's your private life. Whatever it may be. Hell, you may be one of them ones that is a closet singer. Gets in the closet or in the bathroom and turns up the music and sings. Who knows? Doesn't matter who you are, what you do. It's all about the truth. It doesn't matter what you do in your private life. What we got going on right now is so you can keep doing those things. Have those private moments for yourself. Do you want to have those private moments? Do you want to be able to do those things? Do you want to have the money to do those things? You do know that money's getting tighter and tighter. Getting harder and harder to come by and harder to save. You know that. Hell, I know you do. You feel it. It's biting you in the ass every day. That's the reason why most of you are paying attention on these computers, paying attention to everything that's going on. You know what's happening. Sorry about the dogs. They can't learn to keep their mouth shut when some grown people are talking. They're like little kids. But it's like this, folks. The next little clip, or the little piece that I'm going to have ready to y'all, is important. You need to hear. I want you to listen to it. And I've been venting a little. But that's just me. Y'all know me already. I gotta vent. I gotta tell you what's going on, because it's the truth. You got to see beyond the moment. You gotta see the future. Or try. I know you can't see the future. But you gotta see into what they're doing. And try to read what they're doing. It's like reading between the lines. You ever had a conversation with a friend and you and him didn't want, or you and her, or someone, y'all didn't want the other party to know what was going on, so you talked and riddled to each other? But you knew what was going on and they knew what was going on, but the other person didn't know. You was talking around them and over them because they didn't know the conversation. That's pretty much what the government does to you every day. They talk around you, not to you, around you, beside you, convince you of one thing on today's news, and tomorrow they got a whole different thing and a whole new curve for you. So they're telling you two stories of the same thing, 2 different days, and you think one of them's right, and the other half of you think the other thing's right, and then y'all get in an argument and fight about it instead of doing the research on your own. That's what's wrong. You got two stories of the same thing. One's right, one's wrong, or both is wrong. 9 times out of 10, they're both wrong. We found that out with Sandy Hook, did we not? And the Batman shooting. And everything else has happened in the last, 10 years now? Since 9/11? And it's just getting worse. Every day they play new games and they get a little deeper and a little worse. So start paying attention, folks. We ain't got much longer. It's just the way it is. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a good day and listen to the next part of it.
WWNO New Orleans at 4:27 p.m. Gulf of Mexico well evacuated due to uncontrolled gas flow. A natural gas well located approximately 50 miles east of Venice in the Gulf of Mexico is releasing gas uncontrolled and has been evacuated, according to a report today in Fuel Fix, an energy news website operated in part by the Houston Chronicle. The site reports 15 workers were evacuated from the ENSCO 87 rig, which sits in 218 feet of water, after tests found natural gas had migrated from the 8,300-foot well to a sand formation approximately 1,100 feet below the seabed. This uncontrolled flow happened after a blowout preventer had been activated. Fuel Fix at 12:20 p.m. Problems first arose on February 4, when workers on the ENSCO 87 jackup rig detected a kick, or uncontrolled flow of fluid, in the well. In response, they activated a blowout preventer, which apparently was successful in keeping natural gas from escaping the well. However, later testing revealed that gas had migrated from the bottom of the roughly 8,300-foot well to a shallower sand formation 1,100 feet below the seabed. Wall Street Journal at 4:45 p.m. Apache Corporation has detected an underground flow of natural gas at the site of a shallow water exploratory well in the United States Gulf of Mexico, the company and the United States regulator said. Apache said it is now working with well control experts to stop the flow of natural gas below the seafloor. At the BSEE's direction, Apache is readying another rig to bring to the site in case a relief well needs to be drilled. Offshore Magazine at 4:34 p.m. Offshore oil and gas regulators in the United States are responding to a report of an underground gas flow at an Apache Corporation-operated exploratory well in the Gulf of Mexico. The company has brought in well control experts from Boots and Coots to kill the well, and is mobilizing the Rhone Cecil Provini rig to the site in case a relief well needs to be drilled. Fox Business, in a statement posted on its website, the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement, which oversees the safety of offshore operations, said that Houston's Apache successfully activated the blowout preventer on the drilling rig to prevent natural gas from flowing to the surface. No gas has been detected at the seafloor nor pollution at the location, but additional testing found an underground flow of natural gas, BSEE said. Once we realized this was unconventional, we started having more discussions with regulators. We evacuated non-essential personnel, we brought in the experts, and we notified the government, Apache spokesman John Roper.
If there's a blue pill and a red pill, and the blue pill is half the price of the red pill and works just as well, why not pay half price?